Welcome to Touchline Tales. Today, we'll be recounting 5 of the most heartbreaking tragedies in the history of football. First on our list is the Heysel Stadium tragedy. The 1985 European Cup final, held at Heysel Stadium in Brussels, was anticipated to be an iconic clash between Liverpool and Juventus. Liverpool's team was spearheaded by Ian Rush and Kenny Dalglish, while Juventus boasted the legendary Michel Platini and captain Gaetano Scirea. However, the condition of the stadium was far from suitable for such a major event. Some fans managed to break through crumbling outer walls, and the lack of proper separation between rival supporters, divided only by a flimsy chain-link fence, led to chaos. As tensions escalated, rocks were thrown, and violence ensued. Fearing for their safety, Juventus fans moved toward a perimeter wall in an attempt to flee, but tragedy struck as the wall collapsed beneath the pressure. In the ensuing disaster, 39 people lost their lives, and over 600 others were injured. In the aftermath, all English clubs were handed a 5-year ban from European competitions. Additionally, 14 fans were charged with manslaughter, alongside UEFA officials and a police captain, marking a dark chapter in European football history. Second on our list is the Busby Babes disaster. In 1958, Manchester United's esteemed manager, Matt Busby, was guiding his talented squad back to England following a European Cup match against Red Star Belgrade. During a refueling stop in Munich, a horrific accident occurred that would forever mark football's history. After 2 failed attempts at takeoff on an icy runway, the third try ended in tragedy. The aircraft struggled to gain speed, slid off the runway, and collided with a tree and a house, tearing apart parts of the plane, including a wing and the fuselage. Among the survivors was the brave United goalkeeper Harry Gregg, who, alongside the pilot, acted quickly to pull others to safety, fearing an explosion was imminent. Sadly, out of the 44 passengers on board, 23 people, including players, journalists, and crew, perished in the disaster. 2 others were severely injured and never played football again. Miraculously, Bobby Charlton survived, as did Busby, though his injuries were so grave that he received the last rites twice during his recovery. This disaster will forever be remembered, not only for the tragic loss of life, but also for the abrupt end to what promised to be a golden generation of Manchester United players. Third on our list is the Bradford City fire. In 1985, Bradford City's Valley Parade Ground had hosted matches for over 8 decades, but its aging main stand was long overdue for renovations. The wooden roof structure, combined with years of accumulated litter beneath the seats, made the stadium a fire hazard waiting to happen. On May 11th, Bradford fans were in high spirits as their team prepared to lift the 3rd Division trophy. But just before halftime, a small fire was noticed in the main stand. Fueled by strong winds, the fire spread at a terrifying pace, quickly engulfing the stand in smoke and flames. Panicked fans tried to escape through the pitch and emergency exits, but locked doors and congested turnstiles hindered their escape. Despite the rapid response from fire services, arriving just 7 minutes after the blaze was first reported, 56 people tragically lost their lives, and over 250 others were injured. This devastating event remains the worst fire disaster in British football history. However, many lives were saved that day due to the heroic actions of both civilians and police officers, with 28 officers and 22 civilians awarded for their bravery. Fourth on our list is the Hillsborough disaster. The Hillsborough disaster stands as one of the darkest moments in British football, casting a long shadow over Liverpool Football Club since 1989. The incident took place during the FA Cup semi-final between Liverpool and Nottingham Forest, hosted at Sheffield's Hillsborough Stadium, a neutral venue. The venue's outdated turnstiles created dangerous bottlenecks as fans attempted to enter the stadium, resulting in severe overcrowding outside. In an attempt to alleviate the pressure, Chief Superintendent David Duckenfield made the decision to open an exit gate. However, the lack of oversight at the gate meant that hundreds of fans flooded into already overcrowded standing terraces, causing a catastrophic crush. Tragically, 96 supporters lost their lives, and more than 700 others were injured in the chaos. Initial blame was unfairly placed on the Liverpool fans, with over 150 eyewitness statements altered to deflect responsibility from the police. The Sun newspaper even ran a sensationalized story accusing fans of looting from the deceased. It wasn't until 2012 that an inquiry conclusively found that the lack of police control was the primary cause of the disaster. This led to official apologies from figures including then Prime Minister David Cameron, South Yorkshire Police, and Sun editor Kelvin Mackenzie. Fifth on our list is the Lima National Stadium disaster. The deadliest stadium disaster in football history occurred in 1964 at the Estadio Nacional in Lima, Peru. The event unfolded during a crucial Olympic qualifier between Peru and Argentina. With just minutes left in the game and Peru trailing by a goal, the Peruvian team thought they had scored a dramatic equalizer, only for the goal to be controversially disallowed by the referee. The decision ignited the passions of an already restless crowd. When a fan rushed onto the field in protest, police responded with excessive force, beating the fan brutally. This sparked further outrage in the stands, leading more supporters to try and storm the pitch. The police escalated the situation by launching tear gas into the packed crowd. Panic ensued as spectators rushed for the exits, only to find the gates had been locked. The resulting crush claimed the lives of 328 people, who either suffocated or were trampled in the chaos. Some eyewitnesses have suggested that the death toll could be higher, with claims of fans being shot by police outside the stadium. To this day, the full details of the disaster remain unclear, but it remains one of football's most tragic days. A grim reminder of the risks of poor crowd management and excessive police force. As we come to the end of today's episode, it's clear that while football brings us immense joy, it also holds the weight of great sorrow. These tragedies serve as a reminder of the fragility of life, the importance of safety in the game, and the incredible resilience of the football community. Though these moments are painful to remember, they are also vital in shaping the future of the sport we cherish. If this video moved you, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more stories that go beyond the game. Thank you for joining us on this emotional journey. Stay safe and keep the spirit of football alive, because through every setback, the game always finds a way to unite us.